duplicated I duplicated the other automation and just changed. It was exactly the same. I just changed the text message, and then I wanted to just make this one trigger the other automation. But I couldn't. Two things. I couldn't mess with the trigger. So, and then the other thing was I made this branch based off of if it is. Let's see. I was messing around with this. So it's like if the text has Saturday or Sunday in it, then it would send this. But the other thing I'm trying to figure out is if I can make it in between, like after 5:00 p.m. to 8:00 a.m.
You should be able to have all the functionality to do that should be here. It's just a little complicated because you're working with like a lot of time and filtering,
Right.
and probably some like math for the time. I haven't set this up. This is how I would be going about it, is just using the filter and those date apps that you have already. Yeah, as far as a specific time, I don't know if I'm familiar enough with the date app specifically trying to build something like this. But I definitely think it would be doable. What does the output look like when you have like the current date? Could you show me what that step does?
Yes. So it allows you to change let's see. So when you get the current date, you can change the stat. So I made it like this, so that way I could see. So it says the day. Oh, here we go. So where it says Sunday. So like I was just trying to make sure it says the day of the week, and then it says the time, but it looks like it's like army time. But when I pulled it, it was like I don't know how to filter it because you can only do it like if this number contains like this is the time. I'm imagining, right?
Right. Yeah, it's probably military time.
Yeah, so it says hour, minutes, seconds. So hour, minutes, seconds. So that's what it's pulling. And then if I tried to go into the branch, then I have the text does not contain Saturday or Sunday. So that's that. And then it's like, and then there's all of these, but it's like contains, but I can say a number. But the thing is, like if I do text contains, it's like I can say like if I were to say 16, like there can be a 16 here, here, or here, you know?
Right. What
And
you're
so
probably going to want to do is get fancy with the text helper app. Can you quickly add the text helper app in between step 3 and 4?
here.
Yeah. And then
Okay.
just type text. And this will kind of give you an idea of the direction there.
Okay, so action.
You'll do split. And then what you can do here is you can enter a semicolon, since the first semicolon shows up after the hour mark is what I noticed. So just enter is it a semicolon, right? Colon? Yeah, colon, yeah. And then, the text is going to be whatever step 3 returned. The delimiter is going to be the colon.
So
Yeah,
step 3.
that'll be that, and then this will be the colon, correct. So what I'm hoping this does, and then go ahead and click test step. And let's see what this returns. Okay, so now we have the hour is the last space. So I'm trying to think about how we can go about this. There might be
I think this is the hour.
Yeah, the last one of the first there. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the easiest way to do
Hour,
this.
minute, second.
Yeah. Okay. What we might want to do instead, can you open up your date helper app really quick?
Yep.
And then let me see the format of that. Can you copy and paste that text for me? The result, just the Thursday through, yeah, just paste whatever. I'll get what I need there.
You want me to copy and paste it where?
Yeah, if you could post it in the Google Meet chat.
Here we go. Oh, what the? Oh, here we go.
Perfect. Yeah, that's fine. I'll get what I need from that. Okay. Okay. Really quick, I'll just share my screen to show you what I'm gonna try with this Resta.
I wonder if there's also just a thought. I mean, yours is probably better than mine, but I was like, what if I did another current date helper and just changed the format to a different format? So I could pull.
We're gonna use the format is fine. What we're gonna use, it's called regex.
Yeah.
What that is it's like a rule for extracting information. So
Gotcha.
basically what we're setting up is a rule that will always return the hour only from this. So you're going to get 16. That way you can say if this number is greater than 12. it's afternoon, right? That's kind of the way I'm going about this.
Right. Yep.
Let me quickly. Okay, can you open that split app again, the text helper, and then on the right there, instead of action being split, can you open the actions again? And it's going to be find, which is where we're using regex. The text again is going to be what the date returned. Make sure you only have the result. If you click 2 of them there, so it would add extra information, just go ahead and delete that. Perfect. And then the expression is what I pasted in the chat of Google Meet. It's a little weird. I want to test out if this works. And then I'll explain how I got that afterwards, because it's not supposed to make sense what it looks like. And then go ahead and click retest. After it finishes saving for you, it might take a second to save. The text app, for whatever reason, has been really slow to save sometimes with the edits.
Okay.
Once that saves for you, you'll be good. Let me, in the meantime, I'll just share my screen since that's saving, so I can show you how I generated this, and then we can edit it. Can you see my screen okay?
It's like loading.
Ooh,
Yep.
there. Okay, so I just gave this really simple prompt to ChatGPT of come up with a regex expression for this text, and then saying I want to find the hour mark, and then it should be able to very easily know that, obviously. And we're just grabbing these regex expressions, and we can adjust this however we want. So what this is, ChatGPT explains it here, but it's a format. It's allowing us to basically create a rule saying this is always the right text. And this type of a regex expression is really useful for things like extracting emails, extracting addresses, or something where you like have a perfect rule in place of basically grab this every time.
Right.
It's the easiest way to do that. So I just had ChatGPT generate this, and then what we're going to do is we're going to test this expression and make sure it worked properly in apps and that it pulled just 16. If it doesn't, we're just going to tell ChatGPT what was wrong, get a new expression, and kind of retest like that. It's the easiest way compared to having to learn how regex expressions actually work and how to build them themselves.
Okay.
Did that app step save for you now so that we can retest that? There we go. Okay. And then retest. Sweet. Okay. So now what I expect we can do is we can set up a filter to say if step 4 is greater than 5, what would it be? 17 for 5 p.m. Yeah, 17. Or that's
That'll
kind
be
of
the
however you
here.
want to go about that.
So it'd be like the date is this, and then the time.
Make
Okay,
sure
so
that you, yeah,
this would be result from step 4.
correct.
16
And then
is
it should be greater than, number is greater than, and then if you're doing 5 p.m., you put 17, yeah.
and then we would do and the same thing. So find is less than 8:00 a.m. is what?
It'd just be 8.
8.
Yeah.
So if it's less than 8, let's see. So yeah, if it's greater than 17 or less than 8, so this should be right? Like, so
So it's not Saturday.
so it's not Saturday.
You're
And
also checking that it's not Sunday, right?
yeah, so I did another one down here.
Oh, okay.
Or this. So it'd have to be if it's not Saturday. Oh, I would have to make this if it is Saturday. So I have to do the inverse of this. So like, because this is the false one.
I think that you're gonna want your Sunday condition to be and, not or. So you're gonna want to check. I want to make sure that it's not Sunday and it's not Saturday. I mean, it depends. You can check. It depends how. Maybe we're trying to check opposite things. You're trying to check if it's not the weekend, and I'm trying to check if it is the weekend.
Right. That yeah.
I think we're talking. I think we're doing the opposite thing there. But yeah, that's the logic that you'd be setting up. Is it not Saturday and not Sunday, and then is it within 8 to 17? Is kind of what we're looking at.
So
So
it would be this greater than 8, but less than
correct.
17.
So Yeah, right. That sounds right.
but less than 17. Because this would be, so this one, yeah. So I'm trying to make it, if it's true, then it's the weekend, it's the weekday during work hours. And if it's false, then it's the weekend
it.
or after work hours.
Got it. Okay. Then yeah, we should make that an and condition for Sunday too. Otherwise, this is going to basically always pass if it's not Sunday.
So, and
Correct. And then that would be, and then you're going to want to delete the or statement there. I think it's the X mark next to condition on the left right there. You see like,
oh yeah, here.
There we go. Okay, cool.
The first value and then current date, Thursday contains Sunday.
Yeah. And then I would just double check your conditions because it's really easy to flip what you're checking against or for in this, especially when you're chaining a bunch of these together. If you're doing a does, yeah. Okay, there we go. Now both of the weekends are does not contain.
So then test this. We should be good.
Yeah, I think that it's probably best. Let's click test step. I mean, nothing bad can happen from here. We'll just see.
So it's true.
So what I would do is I would what you can do, this is, and also we have these, I'm gonna have to jump on another one in a couple minutes, but I want to give you kind of best steps on this. What I would probably do with your filter here is remove all of your variables, like remove all of the, this is coming from step 4, this is coming from step 3, etc., and just test with like, I guess more with hard-coded values, if that makes sense. What I would do is just make sure you can edit and test your filter a bunch of different ways. Like right now, what I'm saying is if you wanted to check for a different condition, today is, you can't test for a different day until tomorrow unless you manually update it. So just a suggestion to kind of do that with your filter and then add all your variables back because you have a bunch of different things here. That's at least what I would do. But I think we have the conditions set up, or at least the structure of the logic.
Should be right. Okay. Okay, I can do that. And then I guess the last thing real quick just on this one before you go is I was running into an issue of it wasn't letting me switch to this automation because this webhook trigger is what I need to copy into. I need to paste the webhook trigger from the actual automation. So like I have these two automations. There's this is the one that's running, and then this was the duplicate. Let's see where it went. Wait. No, that one's the old one. This is the one that's currently running.
Okay.
This is the duplicate. So this is the one. It's literally exactly the same. The only thing that I did was change the text message to be like, "Hey, you caught me after hours." And then I was trying to change the trigger, but it won't let me change the trigger.
That's odd. If you click to edit your webhook trigger, does it let you in there?
Nope. And even if I click over here on, let's see, manage trigger, it doesn't do anything.
That is definitely odd. 1 second. Well, I can assume you're going about this the right way then. Yes, you would be grabbing the webhook trigger. It would have a different URL, although it's going to look identical. And pasting that in that for that opposite one. One other option, not to make you want to redo anything, you could send your message as a variable so that filter, so you only need one automation, and then it has a message variable coming from apps that adjusted based on weekend or not, since that seems like the only thing you changed there. But the way you did it is definitely easy to manage, doable way. Okay. The after hours one is the trigger you're trying to edit?
Yeah.
Okay. I do not know why it's not opening for you. I was able to open this quickly. Here's the webhook URL. Let me give that to you really quick for that automation. So that you can. That's the webhook for the after hours one.
Okay, so I just put this here, and then that it should be good to go, right?
Correct. You wouldn't need to do any additional setup with that. That's all going to be the same. But I want to know why you can't open that.
Do I still need the split step?
I don't remember what we were using that for.
Because this was finding, this is pulling.
Oh, then no, you don't need that split step. We're not
Like-
going to do it that way anymore. That's correct. I was hoping to, and then I realized it was going to be a lot more complex, and we can probably just have ChatGPT make that quickly.
Yeah. So, okay, I might need to jump on another call with you. I can do all the duplicating side of it, but I'm sure I'll run into something. I just need to duplicate this. It's the same exact flow. The only thing I need to change is I need to duplicate these and then just change like the login information.
Okay. Did we use cookies or did we log in? I
So
think we logged in.
it looks like we logged in. Yeah.
Okay. Really quick, I want to make sure that you can enter your automation and everything for that trigger. So let me quickly, can you do me a favor and click the can you hold down Command R on your computer for a few seconds so that the app reloads? It should go like white after a few seconds. You can let go now. That's okay. And then I just wanted to make sure it loaded the changes for the automation. Can you click into that after hours one again? And then it'll probably show that your trigger is not set. Can you click that now? Is it still not letting you click that?
Oh, there we go.
Oh, okay.
And then,
And then webhook, yeah.
and then this is what you copy and paste from, right?
So you don't need to change it. Can you click back into the Citrus automation there, and then can you try clicking? I just want to make sure that like you can click back into the trigger. Can you just try clicking like the click to edit again and things like that? Okay.
Yep.
It might have been something with duplicating the automation. I'll work on finding out why that was, because definitely not the case. But yeah, the webhook URL I gave you is the right one. Let me know where you get with the filter stuff. Happy to jump on. But yeah, for editing your login steps, I think that you have those step 2 and step 3. So you can just update those and you should be good.
Okay. And then I can just turn this on from the cloud, right? And then we're good.
Yep. Yeah,
And
that site had a lot of very, very weird things going on with like the hover menus not running properly almost. But we got it working, so we're good there.
Okay. So I just published this. I'll talk with my team and just make sure it's all working. And then if once it works, I'll duplicate it. And then I'll probably schedule another call with you just to make sure everything's running smoothly. But
sweet. Awesome. I'm glad you're able to figure out some of this date stuff. It's some cool kind of extra logic to add to your automation.
Yeah, it's gonna be, it's just cool. My office staff was like, hey, this is awesome. But like then people, they get a text during the weekend being like, oh yeah, call me in 5 minutes. And then like our office staff.
It's nice.
So,
it's nice when you start having problems from the automation helping you, and then you have to adjust the automation to counter for that. But yeah, awesome. Cool. Well, yeah, feel free to schedule a call when you need a little bit more help there. Yeah, keep me updated on the things you're building. Definitely happy to help.